I don't know where Claude went, but I want to big up Claude Sinclair again because he's the one that brought me here. And Claude is a simple, humble, ordinary Jamaican, but his life was transformed by Garveyism. When he went to the United States, he learned more about Garvey than he learned in Jamaica. And learning about Garvey in America, it transformed his life. And I'm going to let him tell you, okay? Tell him that, because then he's responsible for bringing me here. And then the government has piggybacked on that. The government didn't bring me here. Claude Sinclair, so that Garveyism in action. That's the point I'm trying to make. Tell him this story.
First of all, a very pleasant good afternoon to everyone. Miss Amina Blackwood, of course, I see you. I recognize your face. You are you? Okay. Anyway, my name is Claude Sinclair. I was born in the parish of St. Anne Bay, the same parish as my hero, the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I grew up poor. I went to school barefooted. But guess what? I never sculled school, never stayed away from school. Always tried to learn my lesson and do it well. Anything that I do it exceptionally well. I was a Cub Scout. I was a member of the Boys Brigade. I was a member of the Montego Bay Boys Club. I was a member of the Jamaica Defense Force. And also I was a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I spent 5 years in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. In 1980, I got a scholarship to Brooklyn Conservatory of Music because I'm a master trumpeter and I play the guitar. Now in 1980, when I went to the United States of America, I already knew that our first national hero was that, our first national hero, and nothing else. So I started to research myself because suddenly I found out that I was black in 1980. Really, because you know when you go to school and you look at, somebody who's of Indian descent, you really don't see an Indian as say, because I'm not a prejudiced person. I see people for people. I don't judge somebody by what he looks like, but the contents of that person's character, because that makes you who you are. Anyway, I started to read up more about my blackness. I started reading about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Jomo Kenyatta, Kwame Ture, or Stokely Carmichael, Queen Mother Moore, Nelson Mandela, Bobby Seals of the Black Panther, Malcolm X, and the list goes on and on and on. But what really startled me was the fact that all these people, Julius Nyerere, all these people that are named were all inspired by one man, and that is the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. So, I spent 20-something years studying myself extensively, and with the knowledge that I was armed with, I said, I'm not going to stay in the United States. No, I'm married. I have a wife, and I have 3 children. My daughter is 30 years old, and my twin boys are 22 years old. I said, I'm going to take them from this land because in America, no matter how much money you have, as a black man, it doesn't mean anything. You're still a third-class citizen. I read about the Rat Pack with Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra. I'm not going to live in the United States where somewhere along the line I might get myself in trouble, because living in the United States as a black man, one thing is guaranteed: you must go through the judiciary system. You know why? Because when you go through the judiciary system and you're convicted as a felon, you lose your right to vote. If you cannot vote in the United States, you're actually 3/5 of a human being. That's how they see us, because that was written in the Constitution at one time, that black people are no good, they're worthless, they're 3/5 of a human being. So I came home to Jamaica, and guess what? With the knowledge of Mr. Garvey, I said I'm going to create an historical occasion for his 125th birthday. I just don't want to celebrate it any other way. Not to take anything away from the people that has been fighting the struggle. Not to take anything away from the people that has been bigging up Mr. Garvey in little in bits and pieces, because that's what we want. Everyone in Jamaica is supposed to be aware of who the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey is. And so I said to myself, Mr. Garvey said, if there's no opportunity, create one. So I said, all right, let me play with this just a little bit. Let me see if I can get Dr. Julius Garvey, the son of our first national and only international hero, to come to Jamaica and celebrate his father's 125th birthday. And I don't have to tell you anything else. He's sitting right here on the podium. I didn't get a chance up to now to say it, but I want to say it at the University of the West Indies. Mr. Garvey, thank you very much, sir, for believing in me, because you never know who I was. I was a smooth talker, like your father, eloquent. So I could also be a liar. You never know, because people who talk smooth or intelligent, most people assume that they're either a con man, a liar, a tricker, you know what I mean? A thief or something. But I'm none of the above. I'm a human being, but I believe in myself. I believe that anything I want to become, anything that I want to do, if I'm armed with the philosophy and the opinion of the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, guess what? I can do it.
I migrated to the United States August 15, 1980. It was then and there that I actually found out that I was a black man. I didn't even know I was black. I know I was dark skinned, but the word black didn't mean anything to me. I started learning about my blackness, start learning about the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, start learning about Malcolm X, start learning about Kwame Nkrumah and all the great freedom fighters. And all of them, like I said before, pointed me to the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Your history is very, very important. For those who didn't finish school, you can go to school, you can go back to school, you can do great things with your life. People in the age of 90s have gone back to school and have acquired college degrees, PhDs and so on. So schooling is very, very important. Get off the corner, stop rubbing out your hand middle, youngsters. Start making Jamaica more productive. Get yourself away from them gangs, because if you get yourself involved in gangs, the only thing for sure that can happen to you, either you end up dead, in prison, or we cannot find you. There's a lot of brothers out there that are missing. Our children, again, are very important. Jamaica has seen this big rave with child molestation. We have seen incest taking center stage. So we want to bury those things and start living cleanly and righteously. There are a number of people that I must say thanks to. I want to say, first of all, give thanks to the Almighty God for making me who I am, making me think in the right pathway. I want to thank my wife, Dormalee Sinclair, my daughter, Claudia Sinclair, my sons, Sean and Shane, and of course, my firstborn, Claude Sinclair Jr. I want to big up my grandchildren, Shade and Cameron. Also, I want to big up the Honorable Racy Matthew, who has helped to nurture me and rounded me and making me who I am today. I want to also big up Maureen Cotsmore. Big up yourself, Maureen, because you saw what was happening. You played the pivotal, the intricate role in molding me and helping me to become who I am today. I want to give thanks to all. If I do not remember anyone, you know I big up everyone, because you all played a very important role. Jamaica's a beautiful country. I would never trade Jamaica for no place on earth. This is where I want to die. This is where I want to spend the rest of my life. And that is why I work so hard in helping to make this beautiful country the best country in the world. A big stone says so.
Jaja City is there waiting for us in Mount Zion. Jaja big name, make we move and groove. Lord of mercy, look at the jail and full of Rasta. All a little 10-year-old boy, what you really a do ya? You should have done your mother yard until you're ready for go to school. Make police catch you a brandish big gun and say you're Johnny Cool. Lord of mercy, look how my country I come to higher. But we just can't sit and watch you pity them burn up in a fire. No way higher, no way higher, no way higher, no way higher. You think like a I appeal to each and every one of you. Remember, the senseless killing of your brothers and sisters won't get you nowhere. How can you shoot your neighbors that you go to school with?